And fighting has flared up yet again in Sudan, despite a 72-hour truce brokered by the United States, which clearly failed. The Sudan Armed Forces and the paramilitary Rapid Support Forces, they agreed to a 72-hour truce on Tuesday after negotiations that were mediated by the United States and Saudi Arabia. Videos released by the Al-Rumi Medical Center in Sudanese city of Omdurman showed what was the aftermath of a projectile hitting the buildings here. Gunfires, explosions could be heard. The army also used drones to try to drive fighters back from a refinery in Bahri. UN Special Envoy to Sudan has said that the ceasefire seems to be holding in some parts so far. But he further stressed on how neither party showed readiness to seriously negotiate, suggesting on how both the parties think that securing a military victory over the other is possible. The fighting has turned residential areas in Sudan into battlefields. Airstrikes and artillery have killed at least 459 people and has wounded over 4,000. It has destroyed hospitals and limited food distribution in a nation where a third of its 46 million people rely on food aid. Meanwhile, the UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres has described the violence and chaos in Sudan as heartbreaking.
In a positive step, the Secretary General has just mentioned it. A 72-hour ceasefire was brokered by the United States on 24 April, yesterday that it is. It seems to be holding in some parts so far. However, we also hear continuing reports of fighting and movement of troops. The Sudanese armed forces and the rapid support forces have both accused one another of violating the ceasefire.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.